Hey, this is Bruce Cook. This is a little update on my seedlings in my grow box in my bedroom. So I originally wasn't going to make another video for a couple weeks after I made the video where I experimented putting a single Osmocote plant food pellet in the soil next to each one of these plants, because I actually tried something 2 nights ago and it really had a big effect on these seedlings. And you could see these seedlings are much larger. Most of them are much larger than they were the last time I made a video, which was I think less than a week ago. It was just a few days ago. So what I did was I had to water these things. I found myself watering them just once every 2 or 3 days because I do need the soil to dry out a little bit. So the roots, it'll give the roots good reason to keep growing through the soil. You want them to grow and try to reach for water. So, but anyways, a couple nights ago, when I went to water these, I had the idea of trying something out, and that was actually I had about 3/4 of a gallon worth of water, and I had put a touch, just a small touch of the Miracle-Gro plant food mix. It's that tomato stuff that's like 18 to 21. You know, they say to cut that in half when you're mixing it with a gallon. If you're using it on things like peppers or pepper plants. So I actually put maybe, like I said, it was about 3/4 of a gallon's worth of water, and I put maybe a half of a teaspoon. So since these are seedlings, you got to be very careful with these things because putting too much nutrients into your water, you know, when you're mixing water with that stuff, will have a much bigger effect on these little seedlings than they would larger plants. So I put a touch of it just to see what would happen. I'm going to tell you, I say most of the plants were about this size right here. Most of them were. You know, a lot of them had, their third and fourth, first and second true leaves growing in, so it would look like they had 4 leaves. And there was only a couple seedlings that were, I'll tell you, about this size right here. Well, there was a few of them that were this size right here, but like I said, the rest of them were about this size. That was just 2 nights ago I did that, and look how huge these things have gotten just in a day and a half's time. So that little, I'm pretty sure that was the Miracle-Gro, not the little single pellet that I put in these things. Because I mean, even yesterday when I checked these things, most of them had grown, already grown, quite a bit. But now I go to check it today. It's like almost 3 p.m. Friday, May. I think it's like 12th, maybe. I might be wrong, 13th or 12th. And holy cow, boy, that Miracle-Gro has had a huge, good effect on these things. So now I don't know if I should hit these plants up with the water with that Miracle-Gro in it several times in a row. I'd rather these plants give them a chance to absorb all that before I put more in. So I might just be watering these things for the next couple weeks. Maybe once a week I'll put it in. So I know when I was learning how to do outdoor gardening, it was recommended if you're using like water soluble plant food mix, like just do it once a week. You don't want to overdo it. So that's what I'm doing with these things. So that was Wednesday night I did that. So I guess next Wednesday night I'll put some more in, but I'll be observing the foliage on these things. Just make sure, because I know if I'm putting too much in, that Miracle-Gro tends to turn the leaves dark. And if you do that, then the plants are going to start becoming dependent on that same level of nutrients. Kind of like the plants having a plant food addiction or something. They'll go into withdrawals if you don't keep up with the higher amount that they have been used to being fed. So I want these seedlings to still have that nice lighter color to them, like what they are right now. That looks very healthy. And of course there's some varieties that are going to look darker than others, like my chocolate myrtle scorpions. They're going to look a little darker, and the purple ghost seedlings are definitely going to look a lot darker. But everything looks super healthy right now. I'm also going to be taking this heating mat out. I'm glad I remember before I ended the video. So the Ricardo Ahi Largo seedlings, seeds and then seedlings that I got from Philip Emerly. So I finally got the rest that I wanted to out of my propagation unit. Let's see, where did I put that thing? Well, there's the tray anyways. So I have, I think, 8 total seedlings I pulled out of there. I think I did germinate, well, I did, so 12 total. There was 2 in each one of these things. But I really want to get this out of my grow box. So I just want to be able to shut my heating mat off and be done with using a lot of electricity for the year in here. I mean, obviously I'm still going to have this on. Then my upper fan blowing down on my plants, and then my lower fan drawing the air out, so it's not just the same air circulating inside of there. So that's mostly useful for when I have a full grow box full of large plants with lots of foliage, like you've seen with my previous plants before they went outdoors. I have the fan at the bottom to draw air also underneath them, because I was having problems with the plants suffocating. But anyways, yeah, I actually just transplanted these things into these little cups. So also one of my habanero seedlings, let's see if I can find it. Okay, so this habanero seedling cup, or habanero cup, ended up having another small seedling, growing right next to this larger one right here. So I pulled that out, I put it in its own cup. You can obviously see the effects of when you have 2 seedlings or 2 plants growing next to each other. One is going to be hogging most of the nutrients, and the other one's going to be way behind in growth because it's not going to get as much nutrients. So, and you can see that effect with this large plant and this one growing next to each other in the cup. So I got it in its own soil right now. But yeah, so I got the Miracle-Gro having the best effect on these things. Like I said, I only put a little touch of it, like a half a teaspoon's worth. So that would have just bumped the NPK level up just a little bit, and I'm having real positive growth results. So I'm still learning as I go along, trying different things, seeing what works and what won't work. You know, some things that I didn't hear from other growers that teach people how to grow, like on YouTube and stuff. And that seemed to have a positive effect so far. So we're just going to monitor these for the next week, and if they still look healthy, maybe after a week and a half, I'll add a little bit more Miracle-Gro, and we'll see what happens. So anyways, hope you enjoyed the video, and I will see you in the next one.